Hello boys, girls, and all the people that watch my videos. I'm just now starting, so yeah. So today, what I wanted to talk about was soft plastics, and my rod totally just fell. But so yeah. So I'm gonna pull out all my soft plastics, all the hooks that I use, stuff like that. That's my line. I have my whole little pocket right here for soft plastics. I use the KVD tackle box. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that or not, but yeah. I also need to fix this anyway. Believe I got some 3 more bags in here. Yep. Actually, got a lot of my things. I have tons of soft plastics. I'm a big soft plastic fan. Soft plastics is one of my big lures. I have a lot of hard baits too, spinner baits, etc. But soft plastics is my big. I'm a big fan of soft plastics. That's simply because they catch fish. I can go out on almost any body of water. Don't challenge me to this. So I can go out on almost any body of water and catch fish on soft plastics alone. Alright, so to get started, I'm going to start with my senkos. Alright, so one of my senkos, I have Strike King shimmy stick and watermelon chartreuse swirl, something like that. Give you a close-up view of them. I'll take one out and show it to you. This is what it looks like. I haven't really caught any fish on these, but then again, I haven't really fished them in the water that you'd want to. I normally stick to really dark green, like these. These are Gary Yamamoto custom bait. Yama senkos, 5-inch. Catch a lot of good fish on those. I'm actually not fishing today. Use solely this. Use spinner baits through everything. Didn't catch one thing, but I did end up catching 2 bass back to back on those Yamamoto senkos. Yama senkos. These are river bugs. Sorry, I sneezed. I don't know. Okay. Those, I've caught 1 bass on them, but then again, I don't use them very often. Just not a big fan of the river bug type deals. I have shimmy another Strike King shimmy stick and some watermelon black flake. I only have 1 in there. I caught a lot of bass on those. I have not tried these yet. The Outdoor Angler ribbon tail worms are purple, normal color worms. These are my flukes. These are my baby bass flukes. This is my white swim fluke. My Zoom. Is that my Zoom? Yeah. Zoom Super Finesse worms in green. Lucky Strike 4-inch twirl tail. I have another Lucky Strike. It's in another 4-inch twirl tail. It's in motor oil color. That's what it says anyway. It's a pretty cool color. And I have 4-inch Yama Senko Blue Flake. Watermelon Violet is what it's called. And as far as weights goes, for my slip shot rigs, I use Water Gremlin. I don't know what size these are. Doesn't say. But yeah. And then for my bullet weights, I use Water Gremlin slip sinkers. 1/8 size. Both these bags are 1/8, I believe. Yeah, that's what they look like right there. And then for my Texas rig hooks, I use Gamakatsu offset shank worm hook 5/0. They're some of my bigger ones. And then for the smaller ones, obviously, I would use a smaller rod hook. But yeah. Okay. So next thing, O-rings. These are for wacky rigs solely. That's what I use them for anyway. And the rod I choose to use for almost all my soft plastics is a Ultra Balance. It's a really cheap rod. I'm going to buy a more expensive one. It's made by Pinnacle. I'm gonna show you a wacky rig. I don't feel like setting up a Texas rig right now because the reason I'm setting this up is because I'm actually going to be using it tomorrow. So might as well go ahead and set it up and show you the way I do it. I know people do it a lot differently. Some people do it differently than me, but this is my best results. Saves worms, saves senkos, sorry, and it in general is really good. So I don't know how long this is. I believe it's 6 foot. It is 6 foot, and it's medium action. I had a 12-pound test on it. I would go in between 6 and 12. I wouldn't really go any higher than that. Using soft plastics, wacky rig in particular. Just simply because you don't want to, you don't want the line to be too heavy. The hooks I use is size 2 Gamakatsu octopus hooks. Alright there. So what I do is I throw one of these hooks on. It's not that big, but it's hooked at a lot of fish, and actually pretty large fish too. Another one of my big baits is a chatterbait, but I don't have any right now. I actually lost my only one because I had lost 2. I lost one today in a particular lake. The knot I use usually is a polymer knot. If you don't know how to do that, you put your line. I'm trying to show you. You put your line through your hook just like that. I don't know if you can see it. And you take your line, the tag end, or what will be the tag end. You flip it around. I usually do it about 8 times. And you put it back through. And you don't tighten it, you wet it. Or at least I do. I just got the hook in my mouth a little bit. And what you do is, it came out. Shouldn't have, but it did. And then what you do, real simple, pull it tight. And you cut your tag in. Get my pliers out for that. I'm about to tell you a funny story of why I'm home and not fishing. So it is 7:19 right now. I was going to go fish and use mostly frogs and topwater baits in a pond I go to a lot. And, well, let's say I didn't work out my raft because I can't put my bass boat there. And I didn't want to buy a John boat, so I bought a $60 raft. So I ended up buying this raft, and it worked really good today. I took it out to a lake behind Harris Teeter, where I live, and it worked extremely good. But when I took it back out, what happened was it had not, I hadn't inflated it enough to where I should have, and well, let's just say I ended up sinking. Not sinking. I got really close to sinking though. I got close enough that I didn't want to take another chance. And it started raining, so that wasn't too good. But yeah, I'm closing in on my 15-minute mark. So what you do is you take your O-ring, if you're using an O-ring. I put it on my pliers, especially with these small ones. If I had a little bit bigger one, I could just slide it on there. But I'm using the smaller ones because they fit a lot tighter. And I don't really want to mess up the worm. So that's what it looks like with the O-ring. And then what you do is you take your hook right here.
Jay, it's not raining now.
and you take your hook and you make sure the O-ring is in the middle, just like that. Actually, it's off a little bit, but make sure your O-ring is just like that, in the middle. Jonathan, I'm doing a video.
Can I help?
And you put your hook through. You barely hook it under the skin, just like that, and that'll give it that classic wacky reaction with saving you some worms. So yeah, I'm closing it on my mark. So I hope you guys like this. Peace out. Line sight.